Thatcher, there's going to be ups and downs in a season. It's just all about regrouping and getting back to work.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Maintaining a positive attitude, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, this is going to happen. It's normal. I think the media is just, this is how it is in the Canadian market. Like, it's, live by the sword, die by the sword. The season's longer than one night at a time. Obviously, we'd like to be more consistent. We'd like to be more consistent at home. I know that's the narrative out there for sure, and it's not wrong. So it's, we're addressing it. It's something that we talk about a lot. And, unfortunately, we haven't seen, kind of what we've been preaching come to fruition quite yet. But, I think it's coming. And obviously, it's a disappointing game last night. But, back on the ice today and, keep moving forward.
With Lankinen out with the flu, are you ready to carry the ball if you have to on this trip?
Yep.
I mean, there's a back-to-back in there as well. But
yeah, I mean, I think Lanks will be back. He's sick. It's not like he tore anything. Or he's good.
The Bruins had a rotation last year where they really split the cage. Both guys played a lot. Would you welcome something like that with Lanks if that came to fruition?
I don't know. It's what the Bruins did.
Yeah.
So, take it day by day.
What about for you? You've come through 2 games now.
Yeah.
Just physically, like, everything check out?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. All good.
Any concerns when you hustled out there to play the puck there on Pasternak?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not typically doing that. It's something definitely out of my comfort zone. I don't know why I did that. It's typically not something I would do. So I guess it was just spur of the moment. If it got the lungs going, if anything, usually goalies aren't sprinting around the rink. So.
How much did you miss the competition when you were away, or did you compartmentalize and know that your job for that time was just rehabbing to get back?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're out for that amount of time, like, your mind wanders for sure. But again, I mean, it comes back to just controlling what you can control and trying to worry about that. Obviously, it's human nature to, start gripping things too tight or, worrying about what the future might hold. And, it's tough for anyone, let alone, a pro athlete with, a lot of pressure to get back in the lineup. And so, yeah, I mean, it was challenging at times for sure. But, that's part of the maturity is just being able to take it day to day. And, yeah, I mean, you're coming in and, what's my job today? So, sometimes it was frustrating not playing and, I might have had a setback or two where I had to take 2-3 days off the ice, and it feels like, I'm not making any progress now. And, you can't really look at it that way. You got to take every day for what it's worth and know that everything has value.
how difficult is that McKinnon-Rantanen combination from a goalie's perspective, Thatcher, just in how quick they are and the chemistry they have now?
I think you could probably guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone sees it. Yeah. Like they're good players. It's similar to McDavid and Draisaitl, or I mean, pick anyone. It's good players for sure.
How much do you look forward to that challenge? I mean, it's a grade A challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it's another game. Still have the same job to do. Whether it doesn't matter who's coming down. Try to get a stop.
I am Nathan McKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche.
One of the hallmarks of last year's team, Tyler, was you guys didn't really suffer too many long losing streaks, or you got your identity right away. Is that kind of the consistency you guys are trying to find?
Yeah, I mean, obviously looking at last night, we didn't like our game at all. And we want to, like you talked about, we want to be a team that responds. But, we also want to keep developing our consistency. We don't want to have these lapses as much as we're having them. And, it starts with days like today at, excuse me, at practice. I thought it was a good practice. Guys battling hard. And just got to keep working on, the details to where we implement them, more often in the games.
Rick had mentioned what he didn't like about the game last night when we spoke to him, but from your perspective, what are you looking to adjust coming out of last night?
Well, I mean, thing you notice first is probably the battles. I think last night was one of our worst battle nights in terms of the percentages. But I think that's priority, and then from there it's just it's not that far off in terms of running the right routes, being in the right position. It could be a matter of 2 or 3 feet. But it starts with the battles, and today was a good day to get back to it.
I think of a challenge, McKinnon and Rantanen and company, when they get down low. You just mentioned about your battle level last night. How much are you looking forward to tomorrow night, and how much of a challenge is that? I would imagine you embrace something like that, right?
Yeah, they're good players. You know, each team has good players. Those two are obviously, you know, showing that they're going really well right now together. It'll be a good test. We have a lot of good players too, and we just want to, you know, focus on our game and the things that we have to do that have given us success.
How much of the frustration, though, is that Thursday looked like you had set a benchmark as a group? I mean, take down Cup champs the way you did, and then to sort of go last night the way.
Yeah, that's the consistency I'm talking about. Really good game against Florida. I thought it was one of our better structured, sound team games. And then we had a little bit of a lapse last night. So just finding a way to prepare mentally, excuse me, prepare mentally to, you know, do that over and over again, you know, more consistently.
What a nightmare I was having. I dreamed we were still at the game. We are.
Oh, Beachcomb stopped it. You got to be kidding me. I wonder if they're...
Quinn, thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.